Occasionally, you might try to write a status update only to run up against the 420 character limit. For example, I've pasted in a piece I wrote on how to get text message directions from Google. Now, when I click share, I get this message telling me that I'm over the 420 character limit. In fact, it even tells me that I've used 2,156 characters. Now, sometimes when you post a status update that's too long, you might get a suggestion from Facebook that you use a note. A Facebook note is kind of like the Facebook version of a blog entry. It's a simple way to share a much longer piece of text, like an essay or a political diatribe, than a status update will allow. Notes you create will appear on your friends' news feeds, so you don't have to worry that your note will not be seen by them. Of course, whether they'll actually read the entire note depends on your friends and what you've written. So I'm just going to click OK. And on the left side of my page here, I'm going to find Notes. Now, you might not see it here, so I'm just going to click More, and here we'll find Notes. This is where you can go to see notes that your friends have written, but this is also where you'll find the Write a Note button. So I still have the text that I copied in my computer's clipboard, so I'm just going to choose Edit Paste. There's my text. Now you have to have at least a title and the content in the body of the note, so I'll type in a title here. Text in Google for instant directions. Now that's pretty much all I need before I publish this note. But another advantage of Notes is that you can format your text in bold, italics, and so on, which is something you can't do with your status updates. So if you need to emphasize a section of text, for example, the number used to text Google for driving directions, right here, you can select it and then click the B for bold button. And you can use any of the other formatting buttons that are available here as well. Now you can also tag your note. I'm going to get into more details with tags later in this chapter, but in a nutshell, tagging allows you to attach friends of your choice to your note so that they'll know that the note has something to do with them and may therefore be more apt to read it. More on that later. You can also add a photo. So maybe if you've written a note on your vacation, you'll want to attach a photo from it. Just click Add a Photo, and then either choose a file from your computer to upload, or you can use any existing photos you have that you've already uploaded. I'm not going to bother uploading a photo in this case. Next, as with your status updates, you can determine who will be allowed to read your note using this privacy menu. Maybe I only want my friends and their friends to be able to read this note. Now, if you're not quite ready to publish your note, you can click Save Draft and come back to it later. That takes you to the My Drafts page, where you can find any other notes you might be working on. You can click Edit to return to edit mode. You can also click Preview to see what your note will look like to anyone who clicks on it to read it. This might help you notice formatting errors. If you need to make more changes, you can just click Edit up here again. When you're ready to share your note with the world, or at least with your friends, click Publish. At that point, you'll see the message that your note has been created, and your note will appear on your wall and in your friends' news feeds. So if I click the Facebook logo to go back to the home page, I'll see my note now appears in here. Clicking it takes me to that note. And again, while I'm in Notes, I can also check out the notes my friends have written, or Pages notes, or get to my notes, my drafts, or any notes that I've been tagged in by clicking Notes About Me. If you find you need to make additional changes to your note, you can go find it under My Notes, select it, and then click Edit, which is another advantage Notes have over status updates. You can't edit a status update, you can only delete them and start again. Notice at the bottom of your note there's a comment area, so you and your friends can discuss what you wrote. Friends who click Share can post your note to their wall for others to read. And finally, you can delete your note in cases where you've regretted what you've written, or if you just don't feel like the note is relevant anymore. So that's how to work with Notes in Facebook.